I hope you remember this date because it actually snowed here, and it's hard to get the cold air lined up with any rain or precipitation to get it to change over to snow. But we lucked out today, so if you're waiting all these years again for some snow, you got lucky this morning. But now it's actually probably going to be a little colder tonight than it was this morning. Skies will be clearing out and winds will be light, and that will allow temperatures to drop again. In fact, you see we're only at 38 right now in Harlingen and Raymondville, 39 in Port Isabel, where the sun was out a little while this afternoon. It is warmer still in Starr County at 51 in Rio Grande City, but I think most everyone back in the 30s tonight. And remember, it's kind of breezy, yucky, wet, really bad if you're out without any coat or gloves on yesterday evening. It was a cold night, but things are dry now. The winds are much lighter. The wind speeds only around 8 miles per hour or less in the valley. It may go fairly calm tonight, which will allow temperatures to drop more. So lows tonight, like I said, may be actually colder than this morning in some areas when it was snowing. We may be down easily into the mid-30s, maybe even lower 30s in spots, going for a low of about 31 in Rio Grande City, 34 in Edinburgh, 36 in Brownsville. And with that, you might have a little bit of frost or a few spots hit near just below freezing, especially in Starr County and northern Hidalgo County. So some chilly stuff out there for a few hours early in the morning. The satellite radar shows everything is gone in terms of any snow or rain. This is the last 12 hours, and you see all that blue at the beginning of the loop is where the snow was coming down. In fact, if we stop it, let me get back to the beginning of the loop, and you'll see right there at about 6 a.m. this morning where the snow was coming down in many areas, especially around even 7 or 8 or 9 a.m. But once the snow and rain got pushed away, the upper level disturbance moved away, and now it's really cleared skies out this afternoon and evening. Temperatures across Texas, 51 in San Antonio, 43 in Austin. If you're leaving for the weekend, we'll show you the travel forecast coming up later, but I did have a few phone calls, people wondering if they leave in the morning, whether they're going to run into more snow or ice. And there's no more snow or anything falling across Texas, and temperatures have been in the 50s between here and San Antonio pretty much all afternoon. And so that should have evaporated anything left on the roadways. And you see over the last 12 hours, everything is cleared out to the north, around the hill country and even north of the valley. It's all clear skies and dry weather, and that's going to continue the rest of tonight. All the snow and rain headed east, where you see some of the snow still between about central and southern Alabama and up into north Georgia. That's where some of the cold air and moisture mixing together with more snowfall tonight. Now, Future Track does show clear, chilly conditions overnight. Notice no clouds coming through tonight, and that should allow temperatures to drop down close to freezing in some areas. Tomorrow, back up with all that sunshine, easily passing the 60-degree mark. Warmer than today and pretty much a sunny day all around with no clouds. Tomorrow night could be a little tricky, though. The air's still kind of dry, even though the atmosphere might be trying to warm up. We could still see maybe a few spots get cold enough where you might have a little bit of frost on some rooftops, car tops, things like that, especially in Starr County, northern Hidalgo County. But I think temperatures will be a few degrees warmer tomorrow night, but still may reach the 30s in some areas. Sunday finishes the weekend as a very sunny day again, with high temperatures back up in the 60s, might be close to 70. Monday, we may pick up a few clouds, but the warmer weather slowly returns with highs probably again around 70 or slightly warmer, and no more chances of any frost or freezing conditions anywhere in sight. Weekend weather back up in the upper 60s and lower 70s for highs, but generally really warm weather is not returning anytime soon. We're not expecting a high of 85 to come rushing back. We might get back into 75 to 77 range next week. Tonight, clear and cold, maybe some patchy frost around in spots. That would be late tonight. Lows, though, bottoming out in the mid-30s. And the first 1-5 forecast tomorrow of roughly 10 or 12 degrees or more warm than today. Back up in the 60s with sunshine. Remember, that's the afternoon temperature. If we're up early in the morning, it's still going to be mainly in the 30s and 40s around sunrise and through 9 or 10 in the morning. And first 1-5, 70 forecast. 60s tomorrow, probably 60s and maybe near 70 or so on Sunday. We have to wait and see how cold we get Sunday morning, but not a big warm up coming. By Monday, we should be back around 70. You may pick up a few high thin clouds Monday and Tuesday. The next, any type of chance for maybe rain could be some moisture with kind of an upper level feed of tropical moisture coming in by late Thursday and Friday. That may thicken up clouds enough to give us a couple sprinkles or a light rain shower, but between now and Thursday, it looks like just a very slow warming trend with highs back in the 70s eventually and warmer nights back in the 40s and lower 50s by early next week. So we'll continue to watch for the cold temperatures tonight in your first 1-5 forecast again later this hour here on Channel 5 News at 6.